Oh, thank you. Let me try to do something with this audio here. I'm gonna need a second. Get through this construction here. Great view. Thank you. Thank you. I hear that rattle. What is that? I must be coming through my Bluetooth now. That's good. That's good. Did the rattle go away? And am I too loud now? We're glad when they fixed this here. About to get real tight there. Woo-hoo. Cool, cool, cool. Thank you. I really appreciate that. What is this? It must have a broke down vehicle somewhere. I swear they don't think about trucks when they come up with these construction zone plans. Woohoo! There we go. Jump down here on 70. It's gonna be real curvy, and it's a lot of traffic out here today. Sorry I couldn't get over people. In a few hours, I'll be going.
Take exit 44 on the right to I-70 West.
I'll be going down 255 in a few more hours here. Just try to stay out of that daggone city. My GPS is gonna try to send me straight through St. Louis, but I'm gonna take 255, round down to 55, and jump south. Yesterday it was in the teens. Today it's in the 50s. That's kind of crazy. Big old piece of wood just laying in the road. I always think it's crazy how I'm passing cars in the right lane. I thought slower traffic was to keep right. I mean, that's what I learned. That's what I read on these signs going down the road.
In 1.5 miles,
70
take
coming up
exit
here.
44 on the right to I-70 West, then take the ramp ahead.
Welcome to the Greater East Side. The Greater East Side. Okay, okay, okay. I got a customer I delivered to over on Route 3.
Take exit 44 on the right to I-70 West, then take the ramp ahead. Take the ramp ahead to I-70 West toward Indianapolis.
Need to get over, people. Need to get over.
Continue on I-70.
Just a random touch of the brakes. Just to make sure they still work. I can't say the name of the company, um, but I will say, what can I say? It's a warehouse. It's right near the train tracks. Um, what else can I say? They take and accept steel um, coils, laid down coils at that, not stand up coils. Yeah, I can't say the name of the company. My company know I go live, and they just ask me not to show any company names, say any company names, or any customers really. That's why if you look at some of my previous videos, it'd be a little small edit in some of my videos. I have to take the. Come on, people. Everybody in lane doing the same damn thing. Let me in here. Oh, come on. The shenanigans. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. I don't know if the camera's picking that plane up right there. It look like it's sitting still. I might just grab this left lane here. There's no restrictions for here. There's no signs saying there's a restriction. Plus, I need one of the two left lanes anyway. So let's do it.
In 1 mile, keep left to I-70 West, then keep right.
I can't confirm that, but I'm gonna say you're not wrong. How about that? You are not wrong. Yep, got a little sideways. That's some Indiana roads for you. Wait till we get down on 70. Boy.
Keep left to I-70 West, then keep right.
Wait till we get on 70. I'm gonna lose my thought every 3-4 seconds with them rolls down there. This is a tight little curve
Be in
here.
the
It's kind
center
of
lane on the
deceiving.
right.
They should have a speed limit sign on this road. There go a helicopter. Man, it's really close to that airplane. I know the air has to be dirty.
1/2 mile, keep
It,
left to I-65, then
there's,
keep left.
man, they didn't know where they wanted to go. Yeah, they should have a sign there because this is a deceiving curve. Um, it looks straight until about the last 4 or 5 seconds, and you're like, oh crap, that's tighter than I thought.
Keep left to I-65, then keep left.
This other right-hand curve up here getting on 70 is also a real tight curve. I think there's signage. Nope, there's just arrows if I'm not mistaken.
Be in the left lane.
I don't really need to be in the left lane. I see a lot of brake lights.
In 1/2 mile, keep left to I-65 South.
Put my overheads on real quick. Oh, this ain't good, people. This ain't good, people. This is no good. I need every minute of this day, every second. Damn, this is going through downtown. Is this all 70 traffic here?
Be in the left lane.
Why you keep telling me be in the left lane? Do you know something I don't? Oh, this is not good, people. It's Saturday, folks. Go home or park for a minute. One of the two. I gotta get through here. Damn. Ah, and you switch my clock. Save my drive time.
In 1/2 mile, take exit
I
110B
bet
on
this
the
is what the
right
problem
to
is.
I-70 West.
Everybody doing what I'm doing. Trying to get over at the last second. I usually don't do this, but I really didn't expect all of this traffic here. Left lane closed, so everybody got to come to the middle, and everybody in the middle lane trying to get past the right lane just to jump back in it. Yep. And I'm part of that this morning, afternoon. I'm sorry, people. I got to go though. And ooh, this car freaking flying. Just to cut me off, right? You shouldn't stop like that.
Be in either of the two right lanes, then take the exit to I-70 West.
Yeah, that could have been worse. I complained for nothing. Could have definitely been a lot worse. This is that other curve that they should have marked instead of just arrows, because it is a tight one. It doesn't look like it, but it's kind of flat. It's not banked at all. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. We got a few customers over in the St. Louis area.
Continue on I-70.
It's crazy how from Route 3, how you got to get back over to 55. It's not as straightforward as I would like it to be, as you would think it is, you know. And there's that bridge there that goes over, what's the name of that bridge? What the hell's the name of that bridge? It goes from Missouri into Illinois, or vice versa. Is it Martin Luther? No. This, what's the name of that bridge? Okay, thank you. That might be the street name, but there's a I can't think of the name of the actual bridge. It's a homeless encampment. Is it Poplar Street? No, I don't know. That's not setting off any bells in my head. That could very well be it. See, do I take 3 over to Dupo? No, I don't take 3 to Dupo. Damn, you got me thinking now. It is just south of the arch, so that probably could. That's probably it then. You're from the area. I just go through it a lot, so you're probably right. All right. So basically, I have 5 hours and 55 minutes to make it 5 hours and 5 minutes away. That's why I'm a little crunched on time. You might say, hey, that's plenty of time. That's plenty of time, driver, but things could change very quickly out here. You know, really quick. You know, extra bathroom break could be a problem at that crunch there. Can you hear that camera talking? It's the only thing I don't like about that camera, really. I mean, I'm glad I have a camera. It's like a silent witness. But whenever I'm so many miles over the speed limit, she gets to screaming at me. And 465 just raised their speed limit to 65, so this mapping still believes that the whole 465 is still 55 mile an hour. Now it is in some areas it's still 55 mile an hour. Um, I'm not on 465, and I was using that as an example. Um, some areas of 465 is 65 mile an hour now, and the software still believes that it's 55 mile an hour. So I could be doing under the speed limit and it still screams, slow down. Look at that sun. Thank y'all for jumping in here. I really appreciate it. McKinley Bridge. That's what it is, McKinley Bridge. That's the bridge I was speaking of. I might have placed it in the wrong spot in my head. I'm definitely headed that way now. I'm not headed too well. I'm headed around St. Louis to go further south. I want to pick my speed up so bad, but I don't want this. Might have to keep picking up that camera. I might have to mute it here in a while and get with it. See, this is a good road right here. This is this is good old Indiana road right here. But shortly, you get past this airport up here, man, man, it's crazy. From here until you leave the state, it is horrible. I mean, horrible. My wife talks about that all the time. She sees all these drivers pulling over and putting cowboy hats on and cowboy boots to ride through 70. It's crazy on both sides. Going to Ohio and going to Illinois. It is horrible. Yeah, we pay a wheel tax and a road tax. I think the whole state is funding that 31 project right now because ain't nothing else being done. You got construction zone that looks abandoned. It's crazy. Bucking the asphalt. That's about what it is, really. All those FedEx planes. Got some UPS planes on the other end. Remember years ago when they expanded this, I delivered steel beams out here. Okay, driver, I see you. No good. No good. That's a feeling I don't wish on anyone. Well, yes, I do, because there's some trucks going down this road that look horrible, and you just wish they'd pull over and fix it. But at a truck stop or a shop or something, not on the shoulder. Okay, so I gained some more time. What did I say? I had 5 hours and 55 minutes to go. I don't know. I just gained some time. I'm at an hour and 1 minute now on time per the GPS. For my calculations, I still got a whole hour to play with. Oh, I ain't gonna say play with. I'm headed to Perryville, Missouri. I did this load earlier in the week from up north of Detroit to down here, and I got down here in 10 hours and 1 minute. Of course, I took off at about 11 o'clock at night and drove all night, stopped to get fuel once, which I'm thinking I might not stop and get fuel this time. I don't know. My fuel gauge just let me know. I got the fuel to make the miles, but we'll see how the truck feels in an hour or so, 2 hours or so. One day this thing had the best fuel mileage in the world, and the next day I got to lean on it a little more. Went out west last week, and is that last week? Yeah, it was last week. And I had my. It was 11 degrees in spots and 55 plus mile an hour winds. So I had my crossover valve for my fuel tanks. You know, our trucks drink from the left tank, the driver's side tank, and it flows over into from the passenger side over to the driver's side as it consumes fuel. Well, there's uh, um, a crossover that the fuel goes through, and it had gelled up some. Me and another driver, we gelled up. So we were riding down the road, and the fuel was just disappearing. So we got out and we stopped and looked, and sure enough, our left tank was depleted, but that passenger side tank was full of fuel. So we knew immediately what it was. We got some diesel treat, and of course, we sat still for a while. It wasn't a need to keep going. He was lighter than I was light, and we just stopped, let that diesel tree work. I actually turned the truck off, turned my bunk heater on, laid down for a while, got up, turned the truck back on, and my fuel gauge and went up, which is weird because you didn't fuel. Your fuel gauge goes up. I wish that happened in my car. Fuel gauge just go up by itself. There's the period bills. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it begins. It begins. I'll probably be doing a lot of adjustment on the camera here. So if I get sideways for a little too long, just bear with me. I'll get it back straight once I notice it or get a shot here. This is why this is why you'll see trucks just stuck in the left lane for apparently no reason at all. Because this is bad. This is horrible. And I'm be honest with you, we don't care about the cars that's behind us and mad. uh, you guys' suspension react a lot different, a lot better than our suspension reacts to this madness we call I-70. So, and I'm guilty of it too, man. You'll see. I'm gonna get sick of this in a minute. I'm gonna really get sick of it, and I'm just gonna get out and live out there in that left lane, man. You know, I would say I hate to do it, but I don't, man. I don't because this is ridiculous. There's a bunch of patchwork in this road. Look, my camera won't even stay straight. There's a bunch of patchwork in this road, man, and it's just, you know what? Let me try this here. So bumpy the corridor you want to stay. Yeah, Like I would be happy. Look at that. This whole chunks of road missing, man. It charges a third logbook. I'm getting over it now. There's nobody behind me that's close. But just look at the road. Even if you can't see the depth in the road, you can see the color changes, and those are all. It's been all been cut out and replaced. This is one stretch of road I would not be mad to have a construction zone. The trucks use left lane next 4 miles. Of course, you got the ones that can't read. Or he'll wait till I get right up on him and then throw a signal on. It's a little windy out here today too. Man, for real. End truck use left lane. That was not for our convenience. It was because of them couple ramps there. Just want to keep us out the way. Oh, but I'm going back in that left lane shortly. See, you can see the road changing colors. This is crazy. 119 out of St. Louis right now. Man, this sun is really warming things up in here. Yeah, for sure. That's exactly what it is, man. And gen- I never ride with air in my seat ever. But it's times like this where I will add a little bit. It's got this new seat has a airbag and a shock in it, so I can raise the airbag but adjust the shock so that I don't bottom out in my seat. Um, if you've ever bottomed out in the air seat, yeah, that's not easily forgotten. So having that shock on these new seats are great. It is beautiful out. Down near Perryville, it's forecasted to be almost 70 degrees on Christmas. 70 degrees on Christmas. That's crazy. I'd bring the motorcycle off of that. You know, if it's 50 degrees at home, I'm bringing the motorcycle. Well, if the roads are dry, I'm bringing the motorcycle out. All right, give me a moment, guys. I'm gonna have to mute that. All right, I'm back. We rolling, rolling, rolling. Just need FedEx to figure out what he gonna do here. I got some miles to make up, buddy. Come on, bruh. I know for a fact that truck go faster than that. So that camper, that thing hanging off the back is a diskette. It's their restroom. They enter it in a side slot on the other side of the RV there, and they can fill that with water and use the restroom, and then drain it at a campsite or a truck stop or wherever. You could do it. You could do it. Thank you much. And now do I jump over and then jump right back out? Ain't nobody gonna let me out. Let's put it to the test. I didn't see this vehicle on the shoulder here. This car behind me just threw a little fit. I did cut him off. I'm sorry. I so excited. I got passed by a Bobo. I got passed by a Bobo. Oh, I'm getting passed. He ain't quite passed me yet. In fact, he slowed down. Dumb. 41 miles left in this state, and it's going to be, I'll tell you, the most treacherous 40 miles I do today. And she begins. Yeehaw! Now she's screaming at me. Might tore that guardrail up. Jeez, that hurt. I think I'm gonna try to next time. I'm gonna set my tripod up, yo, a point of view. So I'll do next time, so you can see the dashboard and most of the gauges. This road ain't letting that camera stay straight for nothing. I'm gonna also remedy that. Can't do it while I'm driving though. So, oh, what do we have here? Rolled over big truck. The truck is gone. They just picked. They ain't towed that guardrail up. Woo! Look at that traffic there. That's what I don't need today, man. Woo! That's gonna be back there for miles. And man, I'm glad I ain't going that way. Thank you, Jesus. Woo! That's when I'll be using my split sleeper berth. Man, that's a clock killer right there. If you don't know what you're doing. It's almost guaranteed to be a cop sitting here. I got my radio on and no one said anything. It's almost guaranteed to be a cop sitting down here. Man, no news is good news. Man, look at that there. Oh, Swifty. Who knows what Swift means in acronyms? SWIFT. Uh, I think they mess with us because it's, well, some of us need to be messed with. Let's just say that first. Some of us are riding around out here with equipment that looks like they're gonna fall apart at any one of these bumps here. Uh, you can hear bad tires going down the road. You got some guys that put their whole life on the dashboard. That looks tacky, which is an indicator that the driver might not have his stuff all together. Um, so I do understand and get that point, but from a financial point, I think it's more about financial, if anything. You know, the average truck driver, when he gets a ticket, he just pays it. You know, but that's a mark on your license that's viewable forever, but only viewable by the companies or prospecting companies for 3 to 7 years. And most drivers are gonna get that ticket and they're gonna pay it immediately because if they don't, that's their license. Uh, some of them have egos, just like regular cops. They got picked on when they was in school and they want to return the favor. Swift is a single woman in financial trouble. You can say it backwards. It's an acronym when you say it backwards too, but it's not politically correct anymore. Crazy. Man, wee. Is this where it begins to back up at? Look like, there he goes. I told y'all, there'd be one down here somewhere. They ain't saying nothing, but I know. I know. They should have the lights on warning people to slow down is what it should be doing. But no. Yeah, he does, actually. He does. And plus, the state that spent that money on all these new vehicles, they got to recoup that. They got to get that money back. 23 miles to go in this state. I love this state actually, but I guess that's why I still live in it. But man, look, everybody jumping off going to the truck stop. That truck stop is full, folks. A rolling slowdown. 12:21, 12 a.m. Okay, that's not right now. Even the exit ramp is backed up to the interstate. You got about 10-mile backup in front of you there, eastbound. Watch. No comeback. No one runs the radio anymore. No one. Yeah, them game wardens. People don't believe it, but the game warden got more power than the regular sheriff or your PD. You know, I had a buddy who lost his license for a year for fishing with no license. You know, that's about the. They can literally just walk up to you and ask you for your fishing license. Like, and you got to produce it upon demand. Of course, you sign that paper and it says that's what you're signing up for. But a regular officer couldn't just walk up to you and say, "Give me your driver's license." Ah, this is freaking crazy. I'm hauling steel. I'm hauling steel in coil form, sanding, suicide, shotgun that I've ever hauled with straps. I'm a if it's steel, use steel type of guy. Now, some beams, I will use straps on beams with edge protectors, but I always have me a catch chain in the front or X chain in the front that will stop it from sliding if I was to slam on the brakes or something, you know. Um, yes, they can walk in your house without a warrant if they suspect you're poaching. So that's what I mean when I say the game warden has more power than, hell, even the state police. State police, local PD, sheriff. Hell, eh, them was like the U.S. Marshals. They suspect you of poaching. Yeah, but I got those skidded coils. I am. Once I drop this off, I'm going to pick up some beams, and I have a video on my page of me hauling a 90-foot beam on a stretch trailer. I stretched the trailer from 53 foot to 73 foot. Had a 90-foot beam going to a customer up there in Auburn, Indiana. I had a escort because I was so long. That was kind of cool. uh, I still remember the very first coil I hauled, man, and I took that coil 56 miles from the port of Indiana to South Bend, Indiana, and I probably stopped about 4 times to make sure that thing wasn't moving. I remember stretching. Yes, I stretched a chain. I stretched the links on a chain, trying to get that thing so tight that it wouldn't move. Um, but now, I haul coils every day, every Monday through Friday for about 10 years. So now, man, shoot, give me a coil. I'd rather have a coil. You know, I go out west. Those light loads are nice. Don't get me wrong, but when I'm going through some weather, some slick roads, some snows, some ice, give me a coil. Give me some weight. And I don't haul them as big as I used to haul, but I still haul 43, 44, 45,000 pound coils. But I'm used to hauling 55 up to 60,000 pound coils, you know. And yeah, I remember. I still remember that first one like it was yesterday. It was scary, scary. But now I prefer them. You know what you're doing. They're easy to secure, really. I mean, you want to look at that thing as like, if the truck flipped over right now, my coil will stay strapped to the deck. You know, so that's the way I, if I strap down a coil, if I had any reservation about its security, I would stop, check, retighten, tighten, add, change. All right, Prime, it's my lane for right now. Prime stands for please remember I mortgaged everything. Or please remember I'm Missouri educated. Depends on where you're from, what you say. Every company, well, I ain't gonna say every company because it's a bunch of little companies out now that has a notebook sheet of paper duct taped to their door with a company name on it. So most of your major companies got acronyms you can use. No, I haven't pulled any out of there. I have pulled rail. I've pulled railroad ties before, but not I don't none near St. Louis at all. I don't believe. Well, I might have bought some railroad ties. I'm not sure. All right, my speed limit about to drop for a moment. There's gonna be a cop on the outside of this construction zone here. Gonna comply. He's gonna pop up out of nowhere. Slow it down, slow it down. I've hauled a lot of stuff in my day, man. From man, toilet paper to automotive parts to flat steel. Yep, there he goes right there. He's working this side of the construction. Okay, okay. He popped up my ass pretty quick. I was expecting him down the road, not right there. Yeah, that's a big ass log, man. That's a big ass log. I I've never hauled logs. Never hauled bulls, never hauled cars. Well, I never put a car hauler. I put cars on a step deck. Um, I'll be honest with you, man. I wouldn't want to pull logs. Um, simply because where you go to load those logs. Um, I'm anal about a clean truck. Like I'm trying to get down toward Matthews, Missouri, so I can get my truck clean because they do a great job. They take forever, but they do a great job. They'll literally almost hand wash your entire truck. It's the only place that I know of right now that will still put tire shine on your tires. The Blue Beacon, they just run through it real fast. And I stopped at the Blue Beacon the other day, and I had a bunch of salt and stuff. I had to get it off. It was killing me. Um, I was thinking about actually stopping at the Blue Beacon today because I got water spots on the truck. But that's why I've never hauled logs, man. Um, I've never lived in a region either where logging was prominent, so that might have something to do with it as well. Now, I do carry stakes in this trailer for logs or utility poles or tube steel. You got to put the stakes up, so I could haul them, and I'm not opposed to hauling them. It's just I don't want truck dirty. The worst thing that can happen, and it usually happens, is you'll wash your truck, get the tire shine put on, man, be looking good. You can see your chrome shining off the cars when they pass you, and then your very next load is a brand new construction site on Instagram or TikTok. Yeah, man, you talk about some things that piss you off, but hauling one log at a time, that was a big tree. Sure, that was huge. Can only haul one log at a time. Man, man. I used to have aspirations of being a bull hauler for some reason. Those guys always had nice trucks and fly by open scale, fly by the police doing 10 mile an hour over the speed limit. And I learned that they have different hours of service rules for them because they have live cargo that they have to get off the truck, so they can they'll usually be overlooked once they go by the cop speeding. And tell me which DOT officer is going to take his creeper and get underneath this truck and trailer to DOT him? Not many. That officer guy's be in a shitty mood that day to want to get down there in one of them trucks. Washington State's. I just left Portland, Oregon last week. Haven't been in Washington in quite a while. It's been about a year and a half, about 2 years. There's a comic that I want to go see out that way. Nate Jackson in Tacoma, Washington. I want to go to one of his shows in Detroit. I want to go to his one of his crowd work joints where the whole show is him talking about people in the audience. Those are. I wonder if there's going to be another cop up here. Is that the one that was working? Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Yes, sir. Get off and reroute. It's about a 10-mile back up there. Everyone's jumping off in Brazil there at that exit with the pilot. So you might want to figure out a way around there before you get there. Yeah, slow down. What's around this corner? What's around this corner? He's not here, so maybe that was him. They got a different vehicle today, or maybe a different officer. Well, it is Saturday, so it could be a different officer. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Got the Marshall County scales coming up here. They'll probably be closed. If not, I'll get the bypass. Usually, I'll say that. I got pulled into the scale one time for a random inspection, and there were some things going on that was no fault of my own this time, and I had to sit there for like 7 hours. Went to court. Actually, uh, so I'll tell you what it was. My medical card was valid, but the Indiana BMB never entered my credentials into their system. So when I get pulled through, he said my CL was disqualified. It's actually the first time I'd ever heard that. So he said I was disqualified for medical. So I'm like, nah, I'm good. So I give him my long form medical, and he sees that I'm good. But his system from the state of Indiana is telling him that even though I was in Illinois, the state of Indiana that had the problem. They was telling him that my license was disqualified. So I had literally the officer took me to jail. He got me in his car, took me to the jail. I paid $1,000 bond, and he brought me back to my truck. We get to the jail. The lady's like, "Well, we're gonna put him in cell." He's like, "No, he's got money on. He's gonna bond out right now." So I just sat on the bench, and I remember her saying, "Well, you're officially under arrest. Oh no, you're officially in custody." And I paid the bond. I see brake lights. I see brake lights. Brake lights. Why do I see the brake lights? For absolutely no reason. So I paid the bond. The officer brought me back to my truck. I got in touch because I couldn't do anything before I went down there. I contacted the state of Indiana. They were there and receive it off of the fax machine and enter it into their computer. That took 7 hours. 7 hours. Um, Knowing it wasn't a fault of my own, I still had a court date, and I remember dropping my trailer. I dropped my trailer and I drove to the courthouse and I slept at the courthouse in my truck, right in front of the courthouse. You know, I get up, I go into court. Judge, like any representation, no, I do not because it was the state of Indiana, not a fault of my own. And he verified that it was Indiana's issue, and still, after dismissing it, gave me, well, he didn't really dismiss it. It appears on my record to this day. Um, I had to pay court costs, and I never got my $1,000 back. I wasn't convicted of anything. I had a traffic. It was a traffic infraction. Never convicted. Still took my $1,000. I'm not getting it back. Well, you were driving with disqualified. Sir, I did everything I was supposed to do, but I did not check. I will say I didn't check. I didn't go online to look and see, so I will take accountability for that. But damn, I went had a physical. I got the paperwork right here showing I had it. I got the paperwork showing I'm all good to go for the next 2 years, and Indiana did not enter it in their system. So I remember leaving court, and damn, should I do it? Yeah, I remember leaving court pissed off, and I had my radio off, which is stupid. Um, and I come through 70 going the other way, get to Brazil, Indiana. I heard somebody say it was something about a bear. We call the police different variations of bear. And somebody said something about a bear, and I didn't hear it. So I cut my squelch back, and I grabbed my mic and said, "Where's that bear at?" No one responded. Like, "Hey, where'd the bear go?" No one responded. I'm like, "Oh, so I guess we just got a disappearing bear." Nobody responded. I hung the mic up, looked in the mirror. I was getting pulled over by that officer. Of course, I was speeding. Back then, I didn't know any better, so I paid that ticket. It's still on my record. Not viewable for any company. It's too far back, but it's on my record. Could have kissed. Yeah, buddy, they did. Oh man, yeah, they did, but they did. And I paid that ticket. And if I knew then what I know now, I would not. I would have fought the ticket. Probably would have got it reduced, but I didn't. I paid it. It cost me money to leave work, take a day off, and but if that happened now, I would definitely would take the day off and go to court. That's a good kiss. Can y'all hear the camera telling me to slow down? That's the only thing I don't like about this camera. She likes to be real little vocal. Nice pontoon boat. Damn, man. I really don't want to stay in this lane. I'm pretty sure they closed Saturday. Yeah. And I know I'm going to get the green light. But if I don't stay in this lane and trip the scale that's on the highway, I probably won't get a green light if they're open. And then I'll be slamming on my brakes at the last minute trying to get over. So I better just stay here for a second. Tailgate. Let me back up a little bit. See, so this right here identifies my truck. That first tower I went under verifies my truck. And right here tells, see, they're closed. I should have pointed out the scale on the ground. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but if they suspect anything wrong, my weights are off or within a tolerance where they'll pull me in, I would have got a red light, which is a different tone. So I don't even have to look at their pre-pass to see if I gotta get pulled in or not. You can literally just hear it. Um, I was out in, was that Montana? I believe it was. I want to say Montana a couple years ago, and I had a flat tire on the truck on the rear axle, the inside tire, and they have sensors and all these different detection devices, and it told them that I had a flat tire. So I got a red light, and I was like, why did I get a red light? So I pull in, and as I'm pulling in, the scale master is walking outside like, hey, let me get your license. Yeah, go ahead and park over there. I went over there and parked. As he was coming to the truck, I hopped down. I was like, why did I get pulled in? Just curious. I know you can get pulled in randomly without doing anything wrong. Like, why'd I get pulled in? He's like, oh, you got a flat tire. I said, what? Yeah, you got a flat tire. It's on the left side on the truck somewhere. And I'm thinking, how in the hell do you know that? So I looked, didn't see anything, and I stuck my head in there, and sure enough, that tire was flat. Um, and he didn't give me a ticket or nothing. He basically just call and get it fixed before I leave, which I did. But it's just crazy, man. How they can tell. They can tell they got some heat sensors to tell if one of your brakes is stuck and too hot, or one of your brakes are working and too cool. They got cameras, so if you don't have your seatbelt on, you can possibly be pulled in for that. Some stations like down in Kentucky and Franklin, they got when you go through there, it's just it's just wild from when I first started. It wasn't any pre-pass when I first started driving. It was if the scale is open, you're pulling in. You know. You have a good one too, man. I appreciate you jumping in here, man. I really do. Let's see. I got to keep up with this. I lost some time there. Oh no, I didn't. I got just under an hour of wiggle room. I just hope that St. Louis was not like Indianapolis was. That little traffic there. I could just roll on through. Please let me just roll on through. Between a quarter and a half a tank of fuel right now. I got 252 miles to go. I don't need to get fuel, but I don't like my fuel gauge to be under a quarter tank, which it shouldn't. Man, these roads are much better. I can think straight. I ain't forgot a thought yet. little more windy right here in this area, but I could deal with that. I could deal with that. I would trade the wind for some nice roads any day. Absolutely, absolutely. There's some loves down there on 55 that well, I don't usually stop there. Um, if I had a fuel issue, I'd stop in Indiana and get it. I don't know the last time I purchased fuel in Illinois, which could be a problem if you use the road, you should be paying tax at the pump. That's how they feel. But Missouri is, man, everything in Missouri is way cheaper, man. I mean, everything. Everything. I lived in Springfield for about 3 years. My youngest daughter was actually born in Springfield. There, Camaro? If I gotta listen to her, I might as well open it up. Okay, it's showing good traffic as of right day, or it's telling me that traffic is increased, or I have slow traffic. I've grown to understand that that's probably true. It does have live traffic updates on the show. So as of right now, my plans have changed. Now, if this was like a Wednesday afternoon, hell yeah, I'm gonna jump probably 270 to 55, or we going a different way. But there is a 6 or 7 mile difference, um, and that matters because the speed limit is the same for the most part. So if I can maintain the same speed and and go 6 or 7 miles, I think it's like a 25 mile an hour curve there. Um, yeah, 270 to 255 and 65 mile an hour, and with other traffic present, you can get away with a little more. Now, if I was the only traffic out there, I'm staying real close to the limit there. But when the other traffic's out there doing 80, you can get away with a couple over. So it's kind of what I do there. But come on over, big truck. Come on over here. No radio. No radio. No radio. I don't understand how people can drive these trucks without communication, like without CB radio. I Maybe I'm old school like that. I don't know. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And in fact, I'm gonna buy a new radio, get it peaked in tune. At least I have one. I don't understand. Then you guys, the ones that do have one that don't ever turn it on, they'll be driving down the road and they'll come up on that traffic incident and then they'll be like, "What happened? What's going on up here?" No CB in this truck whatsoever. No CB. Uh, this CB has saved me from a lot of stuff. It informed me of officers, road closures, dead bodies in the road. Um, it has warned me of a lot of stuff, man. So, so this trailer that I'm coming up on has those stakes I was telling you about for like pipe and lumber, like wood, stuff like that. PVC pipes. Uh, I carry a set of these, a set of four of them in my trailer as well for such an item. Although, let me look and see how he has this secured because I don't think I would use them on this particular load that he has, but maybe the company requires it, and or maybe the customer requires it, or the shipper requires it, so that could be a thing too. But looking at it from here, I don't like what I see actually. I don't want to be as close to it. Yeah, so actually some of that is not secured. You got a strap going around it, but there's no strap touching the edges of it. There's no strap touching the edges, pulling them all together. They just pulled all down to the deck, and they're all not being held down securely. I mean, that's his truck. I'll drive mine. He can drive his. But I wouldn't have hauled that like that. I would have secured it a little different. Man, it's beautiful out. Got that cloud, the sun sitting behind that little cloud there, which is it's just great. Just keeping the sun from blasting in your face, but it's still bright enough outside. I had to turn back my heat a little bit because the sun was just warming this cab up big time. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a video of with my phone on a tripod inside the cab, facing the dash and the window and the steering wheel. I think I'm gonna do that. I haven't seen anyone do a video like that. Maybe I have. I don't know. I'm not saying it hasn't been done before. It's just something I want to try. I think that'd be a cool shot. You know, see everything that's going on. You see this tall shifter I got in here. I got a 20, which is a little higher than I wanted it, but I mean, it still works out. I got a 20-inch extension on my shifter. In my previous truck, I had a 12 and a 6. Well, the 12 is actually only 11 inches taller, and the 6 is only 5 inches taller. So I have I have four great extensions on here. It's seamless though, and they're all 6 inches piece, which you would think is 24 inches. So it's a little higher than I usually run. It works. I love the tall shifter. Swift is busy out here today, boy. They working. You know, a company that I'm seeing less and less of. I don't think they got any smaller. Maybe so, because you would see them like you see all these other trucks. Is Warner. I thought about that last night when I passed the Warner truck, and I was like, man, you know how long it's been? Even at the truck stops, it's been a while since I've seen a Warner truck. Um, and you're not gonna let me over, are you? We're going to share your lane a little bit. They got their door open, trying to get their spare tire out. That's something people don't think about when they hit the road. You know, my tire's been good this whole time. I can go down here and go over there and go over up there. So really be checking your tires before you roll out of there. A low tire can become flat in a jiffy. An overinflated tire can get too hot quicker than you believe and blow out on you. Now, it's true that I don't check my tire pressure every single day. Um, but I drive this truck every day. I can notice inconsistencies within my truck because I notice it every day. You know, you park at a truck stop. Uh, if you got a nice rig and you are proud of your vehicle, you're going to turn around and look at it. When you're walking them to it, you're checking it out. You know, you do your pre-trips every day. I do a post-trip at night. Um, if nothing else, just to stretch my legs, I'll take my flashlight if it's dark. You know, I'll get out and look over things. You know, make sure your lights are still working. You know, make sure you're not dragging anything. Make sure you don't have a flat bag, which if you have an 8 airbag system in the back, you can overlook that stuff. I actually got 2 bags on the front axle, 2 on each side. So I got 4 bags on the front axle. The top of his trailer is pulling apart. I don't know if that's picking up on camera. Yeah, it is. This trailer is falling apart, buddy. Okay, let's do it to it. The 65 versus 66 mile an hour truck shootout. That's what this is. That's what this is. CDL drivers, owner operators, lease to purchase, leasing and rental, sales and finance, and service and parts. All right, so what we want to talk about? Ask me a question, I'll answer it. How about that? We'll just do it like that. It's a Q&A session now. I'm a talker, so I can talk forever. My mom said I never met a stranger. I believe her. It's a Jeep thing. Woo-hoo. Woo! Woo! This is kind of farm close, but that was different. Here, I see the cows. It must have been a manure pit. Hit my nose. I'm gonna mute for a few moments here. It ain't gonna work that way. Moving. Yes, sir. Excuse me. Well, you better put something on. It's quite cold out here.
In 2.25 miles, keep right to I-70 West. Be in either of the two right lanes. Continue on I-70.
Got the bikes out? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, and check out his bumper too. It's super windy out here.